All right, so so I got in the Archangel, so this arrived this week. So these are some pictures. So hopefully you enjoy these.
It's a nice box.
This is typical XM box, nice, solid. Does the job, does what it's meant to do.
Oh, that's
art print's really nice. Got a lot of popular sort of opinion on the art print. People really liked it. I think it's nice as well. They chose the right portrait as well to do, so it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's a really nice print.
So there's the instruction box. Is a single box, comes in 2 layers. Wings are sort of on the top, like that. And then there's, you get the other.
You got little, black.
Yes.
Ooh.
So it's only 400 and I think it's 488 is decent size of this piece. Yeah, I like these pictures where I like do them in hand and stuff like that. You sort of get to see the color palette pretty well. Yeah, and then there's that bit, and then actually talking about this, the base was a bit of a surprise. It's quite light for XM. It's probably the lightest base of XM pieces I've got in my collection. It's a big base. So the base is not like a small base, but it's light, like compared. So
what do you think about the kind of connection? Do you know where the danger room then connects to the actual other part? Because on obviously the black one, the X-Force one, doesn't have the danger room part.
I think if you have other pieces from the X-Men line from like Sideshow and other places that are like danger room, you're going to be really happy with it. It's actually quite subtle that you wouldn't notice it if you weren't aware. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like it's quite subtle, but like the base, the base, I was quite worried about the connection because of how this is positioned so sort of straight. So I was like worried about the keying of the leg and everything else. This actually keyed in really, really smooth. The foot went in absolutely it's got like a like a heel.
Yeah,
it's got like a heel and then a fucking big old peg. So then the heel goes in quite deep and the foot sits really nice and flush. So that was really nice. But the base is light. Like for XM, it's really light. It's more like a Sideshow base. That's the kind of feel. So that was a bit of a strange one for me, but maybe they're just trying to cut down on the distributing weight. This is the wing that goes behind, that sits in behind. These were a bit stressful because these are like tension holds.
Yeah.
So
like that, you like slide them in.
They scares the shit out of me. That does. It also it does chip a bit of the paint around. Like as soon as you put them in, because obviously I put it all together and then I took it all apart and reboxed it, and these parts of the wings. And the connections of the wing, where the end comes out and meets the other part of the wing. Those parts you take paint off. They're so tight that as you get them in, it takes paint off on the way out. So somebody that is going to move this on, it's not going to be like pristine if it's been put together. Simple as that.
Okay.
That's the sort of the second part of the big wing.
Death Face.
Death Marshal's good.
Do you see the Lewis repainted this?
What's that?
Lewis repainted one for someone.
Will he do like the metal?
The kind of metal,
because a lot of people like that sort of look where it's like the metal look.
Yeah. Well, apparently that's a more classic look.
I kind of like this one because the bone sort of is pretty nice. The contrast is nice against the figure,
Yeah.
So when you hold it up, like when you put it together and you've got that on there, it's actually quite bright. This is a nice portrait of this.
Which one's your favourite?
I was actually really surprised by the long-haired portrait. I fucking love that portrait.
Oh, really?
This is probably my favourite because
this is one.
No, I don't agree. I don't agree at all. The work that's gone into that portrait, the other one is really good. I'm a little bit disappointed. Disappointed is a hard word, but I feel like if you go back to that portrait, I feel that the pink around the top of the mask and the helmet is very similar to the pink used on his tongue. It's quite close in person.
Well, yeah, in the picture there's a difference, but
yeah, in the picture maybe, but it's close. It's a little close. I would have probably gone with a little bit more of a redded tongue, so it didn't look quite as pinky as that. Really good paneling, really clean lines. Huh?
It was a bit sloppy there.
Nah, it's all right. It's pretty clean. It's okay. I mean, you magnify it and but they're pretty clean lines.
Oh yeah,
I really like.
See that kind of texture on the skin that looks really nice.
Yeah, this portrait is like this is a fucking good portrait. This is a really nice portrait. Where you going now, you fucking lemon cunt? Where you off? My God, this fucking guy. He kicks my ass about being ready, and look at this now. What's happened now? Where'd you go?
I just had him grab a Guinness.
It's going to be a long chat if you're drinking.
Great separation.
Look at the sculpt in that hair, man. That's proper. That is. That's Bo, man. That's proper.
Yeah.
I thought they captured.
Would you call me a lemon? Do you call me a lemon cunt?
Yeah.
Someone just typed out, you lemon cunt.
If you look at the portrait, though, I think they really captured the sort of stiff upper lip of, the Worthington, like the third thing.
Yeah.
Warren, is it Warren Worthington?
The third, yeah.
Yeah. So I think they captured that. He's like got a really sort of like almost, it's got almost, regal sort of look about him. The portrait's really nice. For me, it's really nice. I would say probably my favourite is the one that I recognise the most and like is the proper normal masked one. But I do like there's something about that haired look that I really do dig a lot. Death Mask is probably my least favourite. Nice work on the hands. I like the articulation in the hands. The way the hands are posed are really nice.
Yeah,
I had to actually take this piece outside. I had to take it outside because
I've gone.
The inside it was a little bit dull in my. It was a bit shaded, so I was like,
How's it going, Stuart? Good to see you.
Good, bro.
Oops. So
yes, you're outside now. Yeah.
You
see the colours now.
I don't know. For me, on the X-Force base, I quite like it because it's like, just that kind of rubbly stuff, and I quite like that. With this, it kind of looks like two designs just merged together a little bit.
Yeah, you could definitely call that. Also, it takes away from the fact that you posed this with the Apocalypse, and it looks like that isn't really there.
Yeah,
because you're in a danger room, so it's like it's like made, isn't it? It's like made up.
Yeah. JJ Parker, I'm looking to sell most of my collection. Where's it gone? I'm looking to sell most of my collection, but I never took photos of the boxes before assembling them. Anyone know where I can find pictures so I know how to? Yeah, if you're on JJ, if you're on Facebook, send me a PM. There is actually a website where some guy has basically taken like thousands of pictures of boxes. So I'll have to try and find it. I think his name's Nop. Do you know the guy on the scammer group, like Nop something?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a group. I'll find out for you. If you're on,
it's very helpful. That's helpful.
Yeah, if not, send me an email, alex@radtitan.com, and I'll have a look when I get a chance to try and find out for you. Nice piece there, Gio.
Thanks, bro.
So let me just continue with this. That's a nice picture, yeah. Looks good outside.
Yeah, I really like. I mean, the sun was out, and I thought to myself, it's just it needs to be a bit brighter. So I carried it like fully fucking made from inside my house outside. So it's pretty sturdy. I had no problems.
So Radd is saying, good day, lads, from Sydney. Lying in hospital. I hope you're okay, brother. Gio, I found if you use a dry graphite powder with a small brush on the pins and sockets, they slip out nicely. Good tip.
What fucking slips out nicely?
When you put like any kind of peg in, so peg in the hole, you put like a little bit of graphite powder on, and it will kind of not lubricate it, but kind of give you a bit of.
Mate, this piece looked like to me like it hadn't been tested.
Yeah.
This piece looked to me when I got it out of the box. I mean, look at that shot. That's a great shot. But this piece looked to me like it hadn't been you get pieces sometimes and you can tell someone's put it together. But this didn't look it to me like everything was really fucking clean. And then as I sort of like it's like you break the seal as you're going in. As you're going in, everything's like tight, and it's a bit like, right, okay. I mean, with the wings, definitely, it's done a little bit. Slips out all the time.
Yeah, he's been down.
Oh, nice, nice, my man. Well played.
Yeah, another nice one there. Overall, I mean, are you happy with it?
I am delighted with it. It's a stunning X-Men piece, and it's definitely one of my favourite sort of Archangels I've ever seen. Yeah. I really like the pose of it. I really like how it's built and put together. I think it's a fantastic piece. It's a show-stopping piece for sure. One of the better X-Men pieces that I own. Definitely top end, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it several times in like the gallery, and then I saw it again when I was in the.
It's very striking,
France.
Mate, I had some fucking idiot on Instagram. So fucking funny. Send me a message going on when I shared this. He went, metal wings, that's not practical. I was like, somebody put like planes? Are they? And it was just like, this fucking guy was like, yeah, it's like, you can fly. Like, I said, dude, are you like 15 years old? I said, these are comic book characters. Are we really going to talk about practicality? Do you want to talk about Wolverine claws or Cyclops' beams? I mean, are you fucking serious? This guy's like, well, it's just like, fuck me, I can't coach. I really can't coach.
Alex, do you think XM would do Marvel Celestial pieces? I think XM is the company that would tackle the characters. I think old school XM would have. I don't know anymore, to be honest with you. Maybe some if they sort of get some more coverage of the movies, like you just saw.
Channels too.
Eternity, didn't you? In so what's that guy? Sorry, the guy with the one you wanted to bust off. Eternity.
Yeah, Eternity.
Yeah. Eternity was just in the last four movies, so maybe some character like that, maybe.
It was in Eternals as well, and Eternals 2 is coming, so hopefully they'll have more of that in there. There's all the Celestials in that, or some of them are.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, no, I actually really impressed with this piece. I do really like it, and about 100 pictures of it. There you go. It's carved.
Oh, I got to take it. Yeah, just like the pattern. You can see the shading technique and stuff.
That's the last one.
Yeah. Nice piece.
Yeah.
It's done very well. It's a shame I can't display it because it's fucking massive.
What'd you give it out of 10?
Oh. What am I comparing it to, though, first? Because to score it against 10, am I scoring against the best piece I've ever seen, or am I scoring it?
Well, have you ever seen a piece that gets a 10?
There's always something that can be improved. If you're like really being honest with yourself, though. It's very hard to say that I've ever seen a piece where I've gone, it's fucking flawless.
Same as anything. There's never any movie that gets a 10 or anything like that,
Rocky IV gets a 10.
Really?
Well, it probably with my biased nature, yeah, I wouldn't. But in reality, no. But yeah, I mean, it's hard. If I had to sit down and score it, and how I probably would, portraits, extras, edition size, weight. Fucking character accuracy, sculpt, pose, all of the above. It's high. It would definitely be 8. Like as a minimum, it would be 8. It's a very, very nice piece.
Yeah, probably stuck as saying nothing's worth a 10.